Welcome to The Explainer. Have you ever felt like you just aren't getting the respect you deserve? Well, today we're breaking down the core principles of earning it, and we're basing this on the work of Cole Hastings. He argues that the reason you might not be getting respect is actually way simpler and a lot more in your control than you probably think.
Okay, let's just dive right in with the single most important idea, because this is the foundation for everything else. The respect you get from other people, it's a direct reflection of how you treat yourself. It's not something you can just go out and demand, right? It's more like a mirror. It all starts with you.
You know, how you see yourself, that's not just some private thought locked up in your head. It's this energy, this vibe you're constantly broadcasting to everyone around you without even saying a word. So if you carry yourself like you don't really value your own presence, people subconsciously pick up on that signal. And guess what? They treat you accordingly.
All right, so where do we even begin with this? Well, we start where everyone else starts with you, in those first 3 seconds of an interaction. This is the entry point, that first impression that totally sets the tone for how you're going to be perceived from then on.
Think about it. Before anyone has a clue about your personality, your intelligence, or what a kind person you are, they've already made a snap judgment based on 2 super immediate and, superficial things: how you carry yourself, your body language, and how you present yourself, your appearance. That's the barrier to entry right there.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Just look at the subconscious message each of these postures sends. A close posture, hands in pockets, arms crossed, it kind of signals fear, a lack of confidence. But an open posture, standing up straight, taking up a little space, that communicates self-assurance. The difference is immediate, and people feel it instantly.
But here's the kicker, and this is a total game changer. You don't actually have to feel confident at first. The idea is to fake it till you make it. By just consciously choosing to stand a little taller and open up your posture, you can actually trick your brain into feeling more confident. Your body can literally pull your mind along for the ride.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It gets right to the heart of why appearance matters. Look, it's not about being fake or materialistic or needing expensive clothes. It's about recognizing that, for better or worse, people often form their opinions based on the first bits of data they get. So presenting yourself with care is a form of self-respect that everyone else notices right away.
Okay, so let's move beyond the surface level stuff. Because let's be real, looking the part is only going to get you so far. If your core habits are screaming, "I don't respect myself," people are going to see right through that polished exterior pretty quick.
And one of the biggest self-respect killers out there, being a people pleaser. You know the type, the person who says yes to absolutely everything. What you're really telling people when you do that, without even using words, is that your time, your energy, and your own priorities, they just aren't as important as theirs.
And look, this is so important to get right. This isn't about telling you to become a jerk. Being kind is awesome. It's about showing love and compassion. But being too nice? That's when you become a pushover, letting others take advantage of you just because you're scared of a little conflict. You can be a deeply kind person and still protect your boundaries.
So, okay, how do you actually start doing this? It kind of boils down to a few practical steps. First, you have to truly, deeply believe that your time is your most valuable asset. From there, you just start practicing the art of saying no. And finally, you learn to be assertive about what you really believe. Each step is like teaching people the new rules for how to interact with you.
But I know what you're thinking. What if I lose friends? What if people don't like me anymore if I start saying no? And yeah, that's a huge fear, right? The idea that setting boundaries is just going to lead to you being alone. But there's a really powerful way to reframe this whole thing.
Think of it this way. Saying no to someone else is often saying yes to yourself. And it isn't an act of rejection. It's actually a filter, a friendship filter. If someone gets angry or just disappears because you started valuing your own time, well, were they really your friend to begin with? Or did they just like what you could do for them?
So this all comes down to being more assertive. And that means speaking up, voicing your opinion, not just nodding along to avoid a fight. But what's really cool is that this starts with you. You have to be assertive with yourself first. Tell yourself you have to get this done, and then actually follow through. You build that discipline inside yourself, and it becomes way easier to project it outwards.
Okay, get ready for this next part, because it's probably the most counterintuitive and maybe the most powerful idea we're going to talk about today.
This is like the final level of developing the kind of confidence that just naturally commands respect.
So, seriously, think about it for a second. After all this work on your posture, your habits, your boundaries, what is the final, most ironic key to unlocking genuine respect from other people?
It's this. You have to stop caring whether they respect you or not. That's it. It's about developing this nonchalant, confident attitude that is completely free from needing anyone else's validation. The second you stop needing their approval, you start projecting this effortless self-assurance, and that is what people can't help but respect.
This idea isn't new, by the way. It's straight up ancient Stoic wisdom. You can't control what other people think or do. You can only control how you react to it. So if someone is disrespectful, your real power isn't in fighting back, it's in your calm, centered, unbothered reaction. That speaks volumes. When you genuinely don't care if everybody likes you, it shows you have total command over your own emotional state. You're not a leaf in the wind, just blown around by other people's opinions. And that inner strength, that stability, that's what people are drawn to. That's what they find respectable.
But, so many of us get trapped in this nasty, vicious cycle of disrespect. It goes something like this. Well, people don't respect me, so why should I bother respecting myself? Which then leads to, if I don't respect myself, why would anyone else? It's a total catch-22.
And we have to be crystal clear about this. People are not just going to wake up one morning and randomly decide to start respecting you. It just doesn't work that way. You can't wait for the world to make the first move. The power to break out of that cycle, it rests with one person and one person only. And that's really what this all boils down to. That cycle isn't going to break itself. It's not about waiting for some far-off goal. It's about the very next choice you make. Will you stand up a little straighter? Will you say no to that thing you don't want to do? The change starts and the cycle is broken from within.